The meeting of William Ruto and Uhuru Kenyatta, you can see that it is reaping fruits. And you guys, you can see that nominations have happened and things are not the same again. The syllabus is in Kenya. The syllabus in Kenya is moving. The political syllabus is moving quite fast. And probably many things are going to happen that we didn't expect. As we speak today, that is, he has managed again to pocket Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. I don't know which tactic is this that William Ruto is using, that he keeps on convincing leaders to join him, yet he cannot convince the public to join him. And probably this joining of leaders are the people who have made him to become more arrogant to the Kenyan until abusing them to be stupid and many other bad sentiments, like not to have been to the airport, yet they are complaining about it. I mean, so many things that we not like our president to literally say in public. But leave alone that aside. Now, how has he managed to play Kenyatta? Before I take you through, if this is the first time you're watching these videos on YouTube here and then TikTok, please make sure that you subscribe, like, and comment, because that is the best support you can always give this channel. For those who like supporting the channel, my number is always there. Thank you so much for coming through, for those who've been doing so. Now, let me dive in the topic today. Now, it is very clear that as we speak, Uhuru Kenyatta has been played as well. That's the same way Raila Amolo Odinga was played. Now, one thing that we know, I had done a video here and say that William Ruto cannot engage in a conversation with a politician without having a 2027 conversation brought on board. And that was very clear. And from where I stand, it was very clear they had to discuss about that. Now, and after finishing the discussion, William Ruto must now push for an action to ensure that whatever they said there has worked out. And probably what is happening is that William Ruto is the one who is suggesting whoever he wants to come on board. And his suggestion could be there, and also the suggestion of the person they're discussing with. For instance, in this case, Uhuru Kenyatta, it's also accounted. Now, this is what happens. William Ruto has assessed the Kenyan politics, and they are seeing critically that Kenyans are waiting for a name to come up in 2027 to vote for as an option, because everyone feels like Kalonzo Musyoka is not going to be president and he cannot beat Ruto because of his arrangement, the way he does things and start. So therefore, it's very clear that there's a name that is being waited for, and that name must either come from Mount Kenya or from Kisii region, that is Matiang'i. So in this case, William Ruto has not reached out to Matiang'i, but he has decided to go for the people who can deputize Matiang'i. Now, the first thing he has done, he has brought on Lee Kinyanjui. Now, Lee Kinyanjui is one of the governors who performed very well during their time. He acted as a leader. He was not noisy. He was working slowly, step by step, without many noise. And people realize he's good after Susan Kika had taken over as a governor of Nakuru. If you go there in Nakuru and realize the leadership here, it has completely changed. So therefore, he has gone for Lee Kinyanjui, and now Lee Kinyanjui, was one of the guys who could have been the potential running mate for Matiang'i. Why am I saying so? He comes from a county that is vast with 2 million votes, and he could be able at least to come up with 2 million votes on board because he had already put a mark of being a good leader. Secondly, Lee Kinyanjui is also a Kalenjin plus Kikuyu combination, because people are saying he's a son of Moi. So therefore, probably could have brought on some good and significant amount of votes from both sides. Now, another thing, if you look at this closely, Lee Kinyanjui is associated with the Moi family and Uhuru Kenyatta, so they have money that they could have funded this guy to protect even their family in leadership. So therefore, it could have been very clear that they are going to bring Lee Kinyanjui. It was a possibility actually. We are going to bring either Lee Kinyanjui or someone else on board. So William Ruto has decided to take Lee Kinyanjui to tame him, to ensure that he's not available for Matiang'i or any other person as a running mate. Number one. The person that also here is, the other person is Mutahi Kagwe. Mutahi Kagwe, because of his COVID, he became very popular, he became known, and people saw him as a Kibaki to some extent, the way he behaves. If you look at this guy, he has been an MP, he has been a senator, he has been someone who has been in so many portfolios that I feel strongly he has some good leadership skills that the public needs. And probably I feel he could have been a better president, even a better running mate for Matiang'i. But now William Ruto has a well-pocketed him. This is a potential person for Matiang'i as a running mate. We all know that there's no other place Matiang'i could have gone for a running mate except Mount Kenya region. Why? It depends on Mount Kenya as a starting base in 2027. So that is going to be very difficult for him this time around to get a running mate. This leaves him with one option, having Ndindi Nyoro. Ndindi Nyoro is a friend of William Ruto. Despite the publicity that Ndindi Nyoro is away from Ruto, I still don't trust that, because there's nothing that could have made William Ruto and Ndindi Nyoro to part ways. So therefore, I also strongly feel that they cannot trust Matiang'i the way they should trust Ruto. Also, if you look at it carefully, all these people are with William Ruto. Despite interest can join these two leaders, the fact remains they cannot trust each other. Why am I saying so? They cannot work. There's no that chemistry. Because Matiang'i does not have numbers, first of all. So he'll be vulnerable in government. The second thing, Matiang'i, uh, somehow when he was an interior cabinet secretary, some people were harassed, including Nini Nyoro, who used to complain so much. Leaders right, left, and center, Gachagua and the rest. So therefore, getting someone to merge with it did not be easy. So therefore, probably his ability to be a president of this country is going down significantly. Now, another thing we have to look at here strongly is this now. What other option is he left with? I'm going to do an analysis basically on that and why, but I'm not going to mention it here, but I feel strongly there's one person who has been left for Matiang'i now to take as a running mate. But nevertheless, we have to accept that Uhuru Kenyatta has been played by William Ruto. Now, another thing is this. Uhuru Kenyatta has been played in the sense that, his say in 2027 could have made a lot of sense. And probably whoever could have endorsed could have become the president of this country. But William Ruto realized that the public is on Uhuru Kenyatta's side. So the best thing is to bring him closer so that he also gets the same jabs, the same abuses as he receives, which have also started in the memes. Now, that is a very clear indication that William Ruto has killed the legitimacy of Uhuru Kenyatta to come in 2027 and tell us, vote for this person. Okay? Because we all know that now he's a traitor to some extent, because he has also gone to bed with the enemy of the people. Now, therefore, killing the legitimacy of Uhuru Kenyatta, that means very well, not just the legitimacy or the popularity of Uhuru Kenyatta, also puts him. Now, that's also another trap that William Ruto gave him. So if Uhuru Kenyatta is played, then who gives the Matiang'i the power? That goes back to Rigathi Gachagua. And who is Rigathi Gachagua with Matiang'i? These are people who had issues that were not actually issues that are going, they cannot end soon, because Gachagua remembers very well that Matiang'i, during his time as an interior cabinet secretary, it was when he was arrested and his money taken by the government. If you also check critically here, the fact remains that Gachagua has already announced his allegiance to Kalonzo Musyoka, meaning that Matiang'i has now been left alone again. If he has an option, the option is to join Kalonzo Musyoka as a prime minister. Only that, which is probably a losing team because of Kalonzo Musyoka and Eugene combination. Now, therefore, the option now left for Matiang'i is to build a new team fresh with Okiya Omtata. Leave alone that now. Matiang'i is not such a darling of the youths because of the Kianjokoma boys and some other stuff. But probably the youths believe in him for his performance. So he can be able to lure them in and support him for the presidency if they agree with Okiya Omtata. And of course, Morara Kibaso. Now, as we progress going forward, the politics of this country have changed drastically. But the fact remains so far that it is not easy going forward for Matiang'i and for even other leader coming in to oppose William Ruto, because he's putting strategies right, left, and center to ensure that he has clinched the seat next in 2027. As we speak here, I saw Kithure Kindiki speak, and I felt like, okay, these guys are very confident to take William Ruto to presidency, to State House again in 2027. But I don't know what is your point. That's my opinion. Please make sure that you subscribe, like, and comment. After watching the videos, please let me see on the comment section, you guys, what you think about my analysis and what I've just said.